amazing. Trust me. We are in for some wealth. I know we all want to talk about money. I know we all love to talk about money. I know we all want money. And of course, money is good. So today promises to be super exciting, right? So tell me, how has your week been so far? How has your week been so far? Mine has been super busy. Mine has been a roller coaster. It's been so busy. I can tell you that for free. But I'd like to ask really, how are you feeling today? The space where we take off the mask, soften the truth, and remember who we really are. We are phenomenal. We are special. We are amazing. And of course, we're here for a divine purpose, right? So, my question to you today is, how are you? And you know, when I say how are you, I just don't mean that how are you that people say in passing and they don't even wait for you to respond. Next thing, they're gone. I'm not doing that kind of how are you. I mean, really, how are you doing? How is your mind? How is your energy today? Are you taking it easy? You made it to today, and that itself is what it is victory. I'm excited that you're here. You're still breathing. You know what that means? Do you know what that means? It means that there's still a divine purpose here on earth for you. A divine purpose. God has plans for you. And definitely, He will not leave you, like I like to say, He will not leave you nor forsake you. He will not give you stone instead of bread. And He will definitely always see you through in everything. And I mean everything, not something, in everything that you are going through. So, welcome again to Real Women, Real Talk with me, your host, Kiki Okewale. All right. I always say we are women first before the titles, before the degree, before all the demand, before mommy duties, before wife duties, and everything that comes with it. And sometimes we need a sacred pause to just be. We need it. Because, hey, I will give up, mess up. Oh. We have not come this far to give up. So we always need to take time to rest, to take care of ourselves, to be sure that we are able to give the best that we were created to give. So let's take a breather. Just take a moment and just honestly breathe. Because sometimes I'm having conversation with women and I'm like, are you really breathing? Like you sometimes it feels like you're underwater, you're struggling, you don't want to sink, and you're trying to put your head above water. And sometimes you just honestly need to take a break to just breathe. You need to take a break to just listen. You need to take a break to just feel, to tell the truth. That kind of wholeness, that is the big deal. I tell you this for free. The fact that you know that you're living your best life, you're doing all the things you need to do, but you're not taking yourself for granted. So if no one else has told you this yet, take a deep breath. You are doing better than you think. Running that business, building that dream, going to work, having that 9 to 5, trying to make it all make sense. Sometimes when I'm having conversation with my friends, I say, make it make sense. Because sometimes it's just not making sense. But when we are in the heat of that conversation, I say, you know what, Kemi, make it make sense to me. It's not easy. We know life is life, but you're still here. And that's something. And after all, this is your first time living. I watched a movie that totally changed my mind about the kind of pressure we put upon ourselves. Because really, we're all just living this life for the very first time. There's no manual. Let no one deceive you. Let no one tell you otherwise. There is definitely No manual to this life. Trying to. This very the next one is on. This is what we do with. Okay. So, like I said, hold on. This was so the network is trying to network itself today, but guess what? I know network got nothing on me. Hey, we're going to have this conversation today because the conversation today is about wealth. The conversation today is about money, 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 money. So we bind the network from stopping the. I don't think you're gonna make it. You're not gonna start raging. You're losing my patience. You think staying in Vegas. There's more sides to the story. I'ma tell everybody. I just been put side no arms around me. As you in first class, your burn something I was trying. Could have been what we should have been, but you lost better. You gotta find me. I'm seeing. I ain't playing this right. I'm just gonna be finding people. I'm gonna come find a cheat. But no, they get it, bro. They get it. So that was definitely the networking. Eh? But we will not let that stop us today because remember, I told you we're talking about money. We're talking about wealth. We're talking about our mind, getting it right so that we can get everything around us right. So there is nothing, absolutely nothing that's going to stop us today. You see, you network, you better hear the word of the Lord because we are not stopping. We have a lot to share, and I have an amazing, amazing guest with me here today. So make sure you stay through. Even when the network throws me out, it will bring me back in. So make sure you don't change the dial and you just stay through. And so I was just talking about the fact that, if no one has told you this yet, you are doing better than you think. Running a business, building that dream, and coupled with the fact that we are all living this life for the very first time. We do have a lot to learn, but we will learn along the way. Let nobody pressure you. Let nobody make you feel like you're not doing enough. No one has the manual. No one has got it all together. We're all trying to figure it out, and we are all living life for the very first time. Now, today's conversation, it's a big one that will change how you think about money. Okay? It is very important because sometimes our mindset is everything about money. So we want to have this deep conversation because I'm not one that says, I don't believe that money is the root of evil. Don't let anybody deceive you. Not having money can make you do some evil things. So don't even get it twisted. Okay? Money is good. There's so many good things you can do with money. And God knows that you need money. That's why He has given you all the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. A lot of us just don't get it right. So today, we want to challenge and change what you think about money, what you think about legacy, and the future you say you want. What is that future? We always talk about this future. Okay? We want this, we want that, but how prepared are we for the things that we really, really want? It's easy to get caught up in the grind, building, serving, showing up for everyone but ourselves. But let me ask you, what is your exit plan? Sit on that for a moment. Sit on that for a moment. What is your exit plan? Tell me, do you have an exit plan? Do you have a retirement plan? Do you have a plan for yourself if something suddenly happens? What is your exit plan? Are you sitting on that? Are you? I see the love emojis. Are you sitting on that? If you're joining me on social media, thank you so very much for joining. I see your love emojis. But what is your exit plan? So let's get into it. Once again, welcome to Real Women Real Talk with me, Kiki Okewale. I'm here to remind you that out of all the over 8 billion people in the world, on the planet, no one else carries your exact fingerprint. No one else has your DNA. No one else has the combination of people that you have. That is not random. That is intentional. You were designed with a purpose only you can fulfill. So wherever life has placed you right now, I want you to show up as the best version of yourself. Yes, they don't pay you your worth. Yes, they don't understand your value. Yes, they don't value you enough. But guess what? The universe is watching. Show up as the best version of yourself because you are not just filling a seat, you are setting a standard. And I remember when I started working, I did internship. I didn't even get paid. I didn't have a salary. But the value that I got at the end, my boss literally took me to his friend and said, you know what? Tested, trusted, pay her this amount of salary, give her this job without an interview. Why? I set a standard for myself. So it's very, very important that wherever you find yourself, give your best. And before we dive deep, let's breathe and just enjoy one of my all-time favorite songs on this show, Like You by Tatiana Manois. Let it remind you that being yourself is more than enough. I will be right back. Enjoy. Gotta get up and make. Cause the world will never see you till you do. No, they don't really care what you're going through. So you gotta show them, baby. You gotta show them the real you. You gotta give them what you've got. No, don't let them say what you're not. Cause you are strong. You are wise. You are worth beyond the thousand reasons. And you can be perfect, baby. Cause no one is perfect, darling. Oh, no, 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 there's nobody in the world like you. Mm, 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 mm. What do you do when you can't let go? What do you say when you just don't know how you feel? And you know nobody knows how you feel. Cause everybody got their own damn problems. So everybody's trying to find their way. And baby, is the struggle. In this world, you know you gotta hustle. Just know that you're not alone. You don't always have to be stronger by yourself. I say it's okay to ask for help. Now, people will find you, but they don't define you. And you will find people who comfort inside you. People will find you, but they don't define you. And you will find people comfort inside you. You are a work of art. Baby, you are strong. You are wise. You are wise beyond the thousand reasons why. And you can be perfect, baby. Because no one is perfect, darling. Oh, no, 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 there's nobody in the world like you. There is absolutely no one in the world that is like you. Honestly. You know that you can be perfect. Nobody's perfect. I love you just the way that you are. I love you just the way that you are. Stars in the sky. Oh, and it's oh, 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 oh. There is absolutely no one in the world like you. You are phenomenal. You are awesome. and you are here for a divine purpose. You are definitely here for a divine purpose. So, welcome back to Real Women, Real Talk. Now, for today's quote, I am my ancestors' wildest dream, but even they dreamed of rest. And that is from Ariel Estorian. And another one from Alice Walker. The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. I'll take that again. The most common way people give up their power is by thinking that they don't have any power. Because, of course, we do have power. We are all born with power and we're phenomenal. If you're just tuning in, welcome again. This is Real Women, Real Talk with me. I am Kiki Okewale. And today we'll be talking about the exit plan is wealth. Yay! And I have a super duper amazing guest here with me today. Yes, I'm so excited and I'm so happy that we're having this conversation today. And she's looking at me and I'm like, yeah, I'm smiling. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Absolutely. So, something most women never, something most women were never taught was how to plan for the exit. Not because you're giving up, but because you're going past where you've been surviving. Now, I've been in situations where I've found I've met with women who remain in relationship. They have no business remaining in. They beat them both backs, right, left. But guess what? There is no exit plan. I've met with people who couldn't leave their jobs. Why? They know they're not in the right place, but they have no exit plan. And even you as a business entrepreneur, what is your exit plan? Wealth isn't just what you earn. It's the freedom to walk away when something no longer serves you without fear, without noise, without begging. Because really, that's the real flex. Living well, living with dignity, living with a direction, living with dividends. So now let's talk about what it means to build a life you can exit from. I don't mean escape. I mean a life you can exit from. And to help us go deeper in that conversation, I have a powerful woman in the studio with me today. Yay! A woman who doesn't just talk wealth. She teaches it, she builds it, and she lives it. Hey, hot soap for me, oh. Hot soap for me, oh, sis. Eh? Because I am so excited to have you here. How are you, madam?
You so much, my beautiful, amazing, wonderful, glorious,
My head is swelling.
my super amazing billionaire.
Oh, amen.
So much.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, let me introduce her properly. The phenomenal woman joining us today, Bisi Akitayo. She's many things. She's a strategist, she's a mentor, she's a speaker, she's a builder. But above all, she is a woman on a mission. As the CEO of GTEC Suits in Nigeria, Dubai, and Doha. Did you hear that? A company is not just in Nigeria. Hey, you see why I said she should cut soap for me? She's helping redefine what wealth looks like for African women. One system, one strategy, and one transformation at a time. She's not just building income streams, she's building exit doors. Paths out of survival and into sovereignty. An alumni of Pan Atlantic University, managing director of Dioglam Enterprise, and co founder of the Stephen Akitayo Foundation. She brings impact and intention into every space she enters, mentoring, speaking, serving on multinational boards, and transforming lives. Did I not tell you that the women that I will bring, they are phenomenal women. You know the women you listen to, and you're like, God, I can actually be the best version of myself because if this Akitayo can do it, why not? I can do it as well. Yes, she is definitely living her best life. And yet, beyond all the titles and accomplishments, Bisi is a wife, a mother of three, and a woman committed to building legacy through purpose. What a phenomenal, phenomenal woman. Bisi, welcome once again to Real Women, Real Talk. It's such an honor to
Thank,
have you with us today. Thank you so much.
thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here, to be having this on this amazing platform that has been impacting and changing lives. Thank you so
Oh.
much for having me today, and thank you for all the beautiful accolades. And I give you back the accolades.
You have earned it. You have earned it, honestly. And it's such an honor to have you here. Thank you so much. So still on New Women Real Talk on Women Radio 91.7. The phone lines are open. The number to call is 07000 I'm not sure I'm going to be picking a lot of calls because today I really want us to have a conversation. And we have about 40 minutes right now, and I have lots of questions. So I'll be asking questions on your behalf, but do try to call. I might just pick up your call. The number to call is 07000 We have a toll-free line for you ladies, meaning you don't get charged for calling. The number is 0800 1235 917. Or you can send a text or WhatsApp message on 070 56537 to be a part of the conversation. You can also listen via our website, www.wfm917.com, or download the mobile app, WFM917. If you're joining me on social media, I see you, I see you, I see you, and I'm saying hello to you guys. Make sure you drop your comments. I will definitely be reading your comments out. I see you all, and I'm excited that you're all here with me. So I'm saying hello. Wave to me back. Wave to me back. Say hello in the comment section. All right. So I have a lot of questions for BC today, but I'll start with this. BC, before all of this, before the businesses, before the speaking, before the mentoring, what was your first real awakening to the idea that wealth could be a way out, not just a reward? I really want to hear from you, and I know you have a lot to share with us. So over to you.
Okay, yes, I do. Like you said, I always love to start from the
Mm.
before the me now, because I see women who would just come and say, "Oh, I want to be like you," or some men will come to me, "I want my wife to look like you," and they didn't know that there was a whole lot that had to go into the process
Absolutely.
to refine me and to make me who I am. But one of the things I always tell people is that if your why is not strong enough, no matter how much you push, your determination to succeed will never ever be strong enough. So we as women, as individuals, not just women alone, we have to find our why. What is my why? Is my why just to wear nice clothes and be able to travel around the world? What next after all those things has been accomplished? So my why is just beyond me. So let me go back to how we started. So years back, over a decade ago now, I just used to be a housewife, just basically seated at home, help around, of course, do what housewives would do. But I also was helping in the business, in the part of the business, just building websites. I could design website. I had to learn that. So I could design website from the bottom of my home.
Wow.
I wasn't still just really doing so much, and I felt I could do more. I felt that I didn't want to depend on my husband for money, because I had a background that made me despise that idea on waiting on a man for money, because I saw how my stepmom would literally wait on my dad for money, and my dad's short, and all of that just always pisses me off. Like, oh my God, I don't want to give this
Absolutely.
position. So I discovered I was already in that position because I wasn't really doing so much. And what happened was my husband had lost his office years back, and the business was just starting up, getting its feet. So basically, I was working and I wasn't getting really paid working for him, because just like, oh, after all, I give
Family
you money from
business.
so I was literally helping and nothing was coming in. But I needed something to come in for myself. Not because I wanted to be in competition with him. I wanted to be that woman that felt that I could self-provide for myself. I could also assist other people. I don't have to wait for you and tell you, oh, I've run out of cash and I need you to support me. So what happened was there was a day I needed to buy something I'll never forget in my life. That was because I've been saying this thing, but I never took action. And I wanted to buy toilet paper, and my husband was not around to run out of funds in then card was not working. You can't use your card to pay. There was no POS. You literally have to go to the bank to make withdrawal and all of that. So I didn't have physical cash in the house. And I can't remember if I had in my bank account anyway. I had to wait for it. The most annoying part for me. And that was when the light bulb just went off. Like, you see, do you mean that if anything happened today, you cannot self-sustain yourself? You have a vision of wanting to help people, sending children to school. You want to build a home for teenagers and all of that, and you have to literally put on your husband. Unfortunately, I did not marry the son of Dangote. Maybe if I married the son of Dangote, I just be doing slave queen everywhere. Unfortunately, I didn't marry the child of a billionaire anyway. So for me, that was what happened. The light bulb went off, and I said I needed to get something doing. And thank God I had a supportive husband as well. So he supported me in what I wanted to do. And that was how I started. And I was happy that I was doing what I was doing, but I was not still fulfilled. So when I started my e-commerce journey, I wasn't fulfilled because I felt there were so many women also who actually will be in this position that I used to be. I need to help them. I need to also help them also to become something meaningful. And I started the journey also, started training people on how to also be self-sustained and also assist in the family as well. And that was how we started. But like I said, it all begins with a why. I was thinking about it. I was just talking and talking. I took no step. But the day my why became stronger than myself, and I had to write, okay, why do you need money? Because that's also another mistake people make. Why do I want to become wealthy? Why do I want to become rich? So if you don't write all of these things down, you just discover that I become comfortable. And comfort is actually the enemy of success. So if I become too comfortable with the success I have today, I have a home over my head. I can travel if I want to travel. My kids are in good schools. I just feel comfortable. Guess what happens? That comfort is going to steal the success I already have today or I had yesterday. So I always try to make myself not to be comfortable so that I can always have a reason to want to continue to build. I want to continue to help others to also succeed. So that was how I started basically. That was my why, and that was what
that is so inspiring, honestly. And I'm just so glad, that you made that decision because imagine there's so many lives that are tied to yours today. If you didn't say yes to that many years ago, I mean, all the lives and destiny tied to yours would have been affected. And that's just the truth.
Absolutely.
And you're so right. Your why. This why thing is one of the biggest things for me. Every time I want to do something, and I ask myself, why? Why must I have a fabric printing company? Why should I do this? Why should I do that? And the moment you're able to identify your why, and your why is strong and solid, even when life happens, even when things are not working, even when you fail in the process, once you have your why, you will rise up and you will keep going. You will encounter challenges, setbacks, but it will not stop you because you have a why. So I've seen some people go, into life with full force and everything is working and they really don't have the why. And one little trigger, everything just comes crashing. So the solid why that you mentioned cannot be overemphasized, and comfort will steal your success. You have heard what this said. Success, comfort is not somewhere you should. Don't stay in the comfort zone. Don't. There's still, I say this all the time. I don't care how much you have or how many people you've helped or how you've supported people. There's still a lot more to be done. There's still a lot more. There's still a lot more people out there who need you. If you don't need your, so there was one time I said, if I don't need the money, I was talking to somebody and she's like, oh, I'm comfortable. And I said, how many of the people who really need help have you helped? If you don't need the money for yourself, because your life is not really just for you. If you think God created you just for your own sake and your purpose, then you've gotten it all wrong. There's so many people's lives tied to you. So thank you so much for that. Now you talked a lot about, how you had to, the light bulb went off, how you had to, bring yourself out of that place and say, you know what? I'm actually beginning to become that person I didn't want to be. I'm actually, because you started creating wealth when that trigger came. Like I've always said, you know what? I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be. But then you realize that along the line, you were becoming that person, even though you were doing something at home. It wasn't really the kind of life you knew. There was a lot more inside of you that you had to give to the world. And so you had to push. Now, has there ever been a moment you wanted to quit or just stay safe? But something in you said, this thing for where it is not happening. And so, because a lot of us go through, today I posted something on my page and I said, it really makes me sad when I see business owners shut down their business. They put it on social media and say, you know what? This is business. It's either the business kill me or I kill the business. And right now, I just have to kill the business because it's no longer serving me. I've given it my all. The bills are not ending. The this and the that, the staff. I've seen all kind of reasons why people quit and why people stop. And, in the video, I said, listen, don't feel like they didn't do enough. Because some people somewhere will feel, oh, they are giving up. Sometimes they're giving everything that they can. Sometimes they've done their very best. They say show up on social media, they show up. They say do this, they do it. But nothing seems to be working. And I know I've felt that pain before. So, and I want to know, because someone somewhere is feeling, oh, maybe quitting is the best option. But have you had that urge at any point to quit? And what was that thing that kept you going?
Sis, if I say I've never had it, I'll be lying. I've had that urge, I had that urge several times. It's business. The world of business is not for the gentle-hearted, the emotional individual who cannot just say to him or herself that, you know what, I'm here. Is either we become successful in this business or we become successful. Like there's no way.
There's no way out.
No way out. Yes, you just have to be in it. So I'll use myself as an example, and this might be for some people because sometimes some people might not be extremely multitasking and they want to do 5-10 things at the same time. And not just about multitasking. Sometimes some people want to have just about 10 different businesses or 5 businesses. Sometimes some people can manage all of them, but there are some people that cannot manage everything. So if you know you're that individual, you cannot have a full-time job and also manage some other extra job they are doing. Or you don't even have a full-time job, you're a business owner, and you want to open about 3 different businesses or expand. And you can't manage all of that at the same time. There are some people that can manage it so well. There's some people that can manage. We are all wired differently.
Absolutely.
So what you need to do is that sometimes you need to look at what's giving you more profit, shut the other ones down, and focus on one that you have the ability, the strength to manage. I had to do that. And there is no excuse. There's no
reason to
reason. Yes, you don't want anybody any apology for
absolutely,
because they're not going to pay your bills. They're not going to carry the stress of whatever they're going through. So there are many times I had to give up. So one of the things that had to help me, even sometimes when I'm in my downtime, even right now I'm in real estate, sometimes in my downtime, you set a target for yourself. The target is not looking like what you wanted to achieve. Let me be honest, especially when I pivot into real estate. I've been into e-commerce, I've been in e-commerce, and I pivot into real estate. And I'm like, I know that because I've been in e-commerce, I have that brand. My spouse has the brand as well. It's going to be like a for me. Like, yes, easy peasy, I'll just sell. And I discovered that it was a totally different game. I was selling, like what I'm selling now, there are 2 different words apart. Like the price point is totally different. meaning my clientele list has to be different. I have to now rebrand. I have to re-strategize. I have to do so many things. I had to unlearn so many things. I had to learn because even I, the madam of the queen of teaching my people how to sell, it became like I was happening. All this strategy, babe. You cannot do strategy. Now you can use your strategy. Strategy not working for you. So I discovered I was using strategy that could work, but using it in the I was still having the mindset of the low ticket. I used to sell. And if I have to grow to what I want to see, I have to also begin to rebrand and
Change your mind, change the
change
circle.
my mind. Yes, I need to change myself. Everything I needed to change. I needed to surround myself with people who were thinking big, who were doing billions, who were doing figures.
Yeah.
I had to change my friends. You're one of my billionaire friends now. That when I when I see your stuff, you know, even if I'm feeling down, I say, hey, see, you know, some people will see some people and be jealous. No, I see you. I see my friends as people who energize me, who make me want to do more. See what she's doing. She's doing so well. Okay, you know what? I need to get myself up. If I'm down right now, feeling that I'm not happy or something, I get that as my energy.
Absolutely.
Yes, today that conversation we just had, you're telling me that you just did a deal of 10 million or 10 billion or so billions you're calling. You know, it rewires my mind in a different way and tells me that, you know what, if this person can do it, you have no reason to give up. You can do better. So surrounding myself with the right network of people. Some are my mentors, some of my friends, some are just surrounding myself with that good network of people has really helped me not to stay in my down season. And sometimes I could just reach out to them. I'm not happy. This is not going well. What should I do? So I reach out to people. And sometimes I get off social media because social media can do two things for you. Can either uplift you or can bring your spirit down.
It can give you depression.
I give you depression. Now you heard me when I was saying that. You heard me when I was saying that. Oh, I see my sister like Kiki now, for instance. She's doing amazing things. Some people can see you and like, hey, see me. Look at where I am. Look at where she is.
Absolutely.
But I go away from the noise not because I feel bad about people I'm seeing and looking at where I am because I'm super grateful for where I am and I know I can be better. But I go away from the noise because I want to focus. I want to re-strategize. I want to ask myself what are the things I need to do to take me to the level I need to get to in terms of when I feel like giving up. And you can be on social media. Guess what? You just want to make a post or check something. You're there for 30 minutes. You're there for 1 hour. 1 hour of my executive time wasted on social media. It makes no sense to me. So I had to run away from the noise oftentimes. If you have to lock yourself in a place, lock yourself up. If you have to go for a retreat, if you have to reach out to a mentor. But I have been there a couple of times. I've had my low season. I've had times I want to give up. I'm just tired. You know, the staff you're working with are just giving you amazing inspiration. Let me put it that way. Those that understand. You want to come on, I've told you this is what you need to do. Yes, you have the some will say, oh, the system, the strategy. The systems are there, the strategy are there. Maybe if you are doing more of based on what I do, you still have to ensure that you interface with your staff. For business, you don't have to interface with your staff a whole lot. But based on what I do, I have to have my team, have meetings with them, have several discussions with them, and you wonder what's going on. We should have done this. What I said we should do. And so I've had my low season, but in all, like I said, two things: surround yourself with positive people. It's very important. Surround yourself with the right set of people. Have mentors around you who you can always fall back on and talk to in times of when you're low. Also have a time whereby you withdraw to yourself and ask yourself questions. What do I need to do? Where am I going? What is really happening? Because if you do away from the noise, sometimes it helps you to think better, gives you better strategies. Sometimes if you can afford a trip, go on a trip. Sometimes if you cannot afford a trip, just go to an hotel, lodge there just for 3 days or 2 days and just be there. Let the breeze be different. Take fresh air that is different from the environment you're coming from. That's giving those back. Sometimes if you have to let go of some stuff, before this meeting, we were talking about somebody who I was saying that she should let go of her executive assistant because the person is giving her so much headache because an assistant is to make your life easier. But if she's giving you headache, let go of her. You don't have to have people in your life because you are being emotional. Business is not emotion. When they leave you, they don't think of you. So when they're
Absolutely.
giving you headache and you see that this headache is giving you, now this one is giving us sleepless nights, it's
Mm.
affecting our health.
So
It's
you're
something like
basically
that.
paying somebody to affect your health.
Yes. Yes, you're buying problems to yourself. Why should
Mm.
I pay to buy problems? So if you know
Mm.
the person is giving you so much problem that is giving you almost depression, causing you sleepless nights, then let the person go so that your business can grow. Because there are two things: if you don't let them go, they will crumble your business and they will still blame you, see you as the one that engineered the
Their
destruction of
problem.
the business. So it's very
Hey,
important we let people.
this talk, it is well.
I'm trying to look at our time and
Yeah, yeah. I'm just so glad that you have a program coming up because I mean, there's only so much, and I just hope that next time you will come again on this show because there's still a lot we need to say. But I am glad that you have an event that is coming up, and I know that every woman that is listening to you right now needs to have that information because honestly, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to unlearn, and there's a lot to relearn. And so I want you to talk to us about this event, where it's happening, how people can find themselves there. Because I mean, I'm so grateful. Let me even say thank you so much for making me a speaker. Thank you so
thank
very
you
much. I am so
for the honor
excited.
of accepting. Thank
And
you
I
so
really cannot wait to share from my wealth of knowledge and experience about
much.
wealth, honestly. And you know,
Thank you.
your topic, building wealth inside out. Hey, it's not just about the money you can see, it's about the mind as well. Talk
Yeah.
to me and tell me about this event, why people need to attend, because it's very, very important, and what it takes for people to actually attend the
Mm.
event.
Thank you very much, sis, for bringing that up on your show, and thank you for the honor as well for accepting our invitation because we know how busy you can be at times,
It's my
and we
pleasure.
are honored to have you to come speak to women
Thank you.
because you also you embody what we are actually going to be talking to the women about.
Mm.
So why the theme of building wealth inside out? I love what you said about mindset because wealth always begins with a mind. So we basically want to let people, I mean women, because I've seen a couple of times people reaching out to me, I want to look like you, I want to be like this person. And I always say, why settle for somebody else when you can be better? I've never hoped to or wished to be like someone. I
Absolutely.
want to be better. Yes, I want to be better than that individual. And anybody that is around me as my mentee, I always want them to be better and greater than me. And because that's the only time I know I've succeeded. So for building wealth inside out, we just want women, a lot of women, yes, women are already waking up, women are already climbing the pillar of their careers, of their businesses, but there's still so many women who haven't risen. So we want women to rise up the more, to rise and believe that they can achieve whatever they've set their mind on. They can build good assets. They can build wealth. They can build things for themselves, for their families. It doesn't have to be a man building and they relying on it. I don't believe in a man having to take care of all my bills. It's not my mindset. I believe that a woman can decide to say, you know what, honey, let's go to Paris next month. And it's like, oh, Paris, why? I don't need a vacation. Oh, sweetheart, I've paid for the trip already.
Hey,
When you're telling me
that's the flex.
like, he has no choice. You just carry his bag as okay, but you should have told me now. So I'll look at a more convenient time. Now the tone will change when you begin to talk about it and say that, oh, I've paid the bills. And it makes the man to see in a different direction. It makes the man it's also build your confidence as an individual, as a lady. So we just want to teach you and bring people who have this words of experience and people who are building with their spouse and they are not seeing it as a competition and they are also living their lives and the best of their lives, impacting their world and managing also their children alongside building a beautiful family. So that's basically part of what we're going to be teaching people. And also we're going to be teaching you how to build wealth as well, how to make money. What are the things you need to do to make money? Like
Practical steps.
yes, the steps, okay, the businesses you can do, things you can do, passive income you can do and make money from it. So those are the things we're going to be teaching at the event, and it promises to be really, really amazing. We have like our my host already. She's one of our amazing speakers. So we have a lineup of amazing speakers who will be coming, and we have so many amazing people who have registered for the event as well, which is happening in Oriental Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos. That's on the 5th of July. That is when it's going to be holding. It's happening on the 5th of July. That's Oriental Hotel. And we wanted to make it free because last year it was basically more like free events. But this year we said we want people who actually
Who value.
value, yes, value what they're coming to learn. Not somebody who wake up and no, I'm not coming because why? You do not value what we are giving you.
Absolutely.
So that's why we decided to put a registration fee, because the registration fee is not going to cover anything we are doing. We're spending 7 figures to put this event together. Is it 7 or 8 figures? Okay, millions. What we are spending the millions. Okay, to put this event together to just be a blessing to everybody coming. So the registration is for 20,000 naira, but the event itself is free. Okay, for everybody coming, they are not paying a fee, and that's why we made the registration very ridiculous, for you to see that we are not intending to make money out of it.
Absolutely.
We want you to be somebody who actually.
I love that idea. I love that idea, BC. I must say why, because when we're having, that I have conferences. I mean, you attended one of my conferences last year,
this year,
and it was so amazing. Now we had the number of people who registered for that event. We were so scared that we had to get a bigger space. But at the day of the event, not everyone showed up. And and because it's free. And that can really make you feel sad. Like, you put your own money into all of these things. Even with the 20,000 registration, it cannot cover anything, because I use the rental as well. And so I know what it takes to be using a rental. It is not cheap. And bringing your speakers, making sure that your attendees are okay, the good planning itself. And so I like the fact that you had to put a figure, even though the figure is low. But I mean, if you can invest 20,000 naira in securing a seat for yourself, then you're worthy of us putting all of these millions together just for you. I love that idea. And it's so funny that, when I was going to start my own conference, one of my big aunties said, Kiki, do not do a free event. Do not do a free event. I'm like, Auntie, no, this is it. This is what I want to do. She said, I'm not saying this because I understand that you like to give women opportunities to rise, but then you have to understand that people don't value what they get free.
Yes, so true.
People don't value what they get free. Put a figure, no matter how small, even if it cannot even cover for the food and drink they will have, at least you will know that they paid something. And so they are committed to showing up for that event.
Yes,
they are committed.
Even if they don't show up, the percentage of people that will not show up
would not be as high. Because we had, half of the hall was full and almost half of the hall wasn't. And so that can be very, very depressing. But yes, I'm excited. Now tell us how to register for your event.
Okay, so I'll just put a number because you don't mind me. I was going to call the website and I'm like, what's the website?
So just give us a number. That's fine. And the social media page as well.
Yes, the social media page is The Winning Woman. And you can also check my Winning Woman. That's BC Akintayo on Instagram. So I'm also checking. So my ES contact, you can reach out to her. So check our social media, The Winning Woman, then BC Akintayo as well. Then our phone number is, which you can reach out to, is +234 70 500 4706. So +234 702 500 4706. So you can reach out to that contact, and they'll be able to give you the details on how to be a part of it, like make payments for the Winning Woman event. So, and you can send a DM to my Instagram, that's BC Akintayo. And they will respond to you as well for you to get yourself registered. But we don't have so many seats left. So if you want to be a part of it, then it means you have to ensure
Secure
that you
your
sign
seat
up.
ASAP.
ASA, and I also
ASAP.
admonish the men, please register for your wives. Sign up for your female friends around your life. Don't just say, "Oh, I don't have a sister." I don't have. Encourage those women around you. Let them be. One of the things that helped me to be who I am today as well was the fact that somebody actually um saw something in me and supported me, even when they didn't even really know. So now the man I'm married today, one of the things he was doing while we were on campus was it was
Don't give us that gist. Don't. They need to come and get that gist. They need to come and get that gist because time is fast spent. But that gist, we need to get it on that. If you want to hear that gist, make sure you go on our page right now. She has called the number, but you can check out on Instagram, BC Akitayo. Send a DM and just ask for the details to attend this event. I will definitely be there. I'm a speaker. I really cannot wait to share from my word of the Lord. Trust me, there's a lot to share. Yes, I have a board meeting on that day, so I'm going to be like all over. But I promise to give my best on that day, and don't miss it for anything. And I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to all the men, just like this mentioned, to all the men who don't just let us be. They give us, they give us wings to fly. They see you, whether they are your spouse, they are your siblings, they are your friends, they are someone that just knows, and they know that there's a lot more inside of you that you can give the world. And they just say, you know what can I do to push you? To those men, we doff our hearts and we say thank you. Thank you for always. Thank you. Always. God bless you. Thank you so much. My time is fast spent. I would just like to say thank you so much, BC, for being here. I mean, wealth is one topic I do not take for granted. Wealth is one topic that is very, very personal to me because I know that a lot of women need to break free from the bondage that they are, bondage of poverty, bondage of abuse, bondage of fear. And a lot of times, money is the reason why people stay where they have no business staying. And so if you can break free from that bondage, you can set yourself free, and it's freedom. I see wealth as freedom to say yes or no. You have the choice. You make the hard choices. So thank you so very much, BC. I hope that next time when we call you, you will say yes. Yes. I will say yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you for also being my energizer. Hey, energy. Thank you so much, Queen. I can't speak Yoruba. We will teach you Yoruba, don't worry. You see, Akitayo, I cannot speak Yoruba. We will teach you Yoruba, don't worry. But thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Take care of yourself. All right, bye for now. Wow, that was Biffy Akitayo. I told you today was going to be fun. And you can tell me like it's been amazing. I've really learned a lot. And there's a lot more to learn. Make sure you register for the event. And when you see me at that event, make sure you come for hugs and more hugs because I will be there live and direct on the 5th of July at Oriental. Make sure you register. Check our page on Instagram, BC Akitayo. You can send a DM. I'd like to say a very big thank you to everyone who tried to call. I'm so sorry I couldn't pick your call. I saw the calls. I'm so sorry. You can see that even with that, I didn't have enough time to ask all my questions. I had over 15 questions. We only even touched 2. So make sure you attend the event. There's a lot more to learn. And make sure you follow our social media page. I'd like to say a very big thank you to my guest, Mr. Akitayo. Thank you so much for being so amazing, for being phenomenal, for dishing it out, gas and goals. Exactly how we want it. One take from this is, what is your why? Make sure your why is strong and solid. That way, you would never give up on that dream. All right, so I'd like to say a very big thank you to everyone who tried to call me. I'm sorry I couldn't pick your call. Thank you so much to my producer, Rose Yusuf Kaisa, my executive producer, Kiki Okewale, and my executive assistant, Rosemary Ben Bassi. Don't forget to join me again next week, Friday at exactly 5 p.m. on Real Women Real Talk on Women Radio 91.7. I am your host, Kiki Okewale, the ginger queen, the spark, the energy, the light, and everything in between. Make sure you enjoy your weekend. Make sure you take time for yourself. Make sure you rest. Make sure you take your me time. And make sure you enjoy your weekend. Till you hear from me again next week, Friday. Make sure you stay safe, stay blessed, and stay happy. Bye for now. I leave you with this song. Beyonce, listen. Let's enjoy Listen by Beyonce. Bye.
The song here in my heart, a melody I start. Listen to the sound from deep within, maybe beginning to find release. Oh, the time has come for my dreams to be heard. They will not be pushed aside and turned into your own. All cause you won't stay. I am alone at crossroads.
I don't let the lyrics next time. Don't worry.
To take my life, you should you know I'm more than what you made of me. I followed the voice. You should there is someone here beside, someone that thought had died.
Okay, that was me on Women Radio 91.7. Make sure you make it a date with me every Friday at exactly 5 p.m. on Women Radio 91.7. Who would like to be my guest? Who would like to be my guest? Who would like to be my Are you a woman? Do you have something to share? Do you have something we can learn from you? Do you have a skill you want to teach us? Well, they can't really teach on radio like practical teaching, like physical teaching. But yeah, is that something, that story you'd like to share that would inspire, motivate, encourage another woman? Reach out to me, send a message, send a DM, and just say, send a DM to I am Kiki Okewale, and just say, I want to come on your radio show. And then it's a vibe because that's what we do here. We bring women to inspire each other. And it's a wrap. This girl got to go home. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you. I appreciate you. Make sure you stay safe, stay blessed, stay happy. Bye.